I think it's time to explain this project that I've been working on. I know a lot of you have been here for the whole time, and I really appreciate that first and foremost. But I got a comment yesterday that made me realize some of you probably don't know what the hell I'm doing. And that's totally fine. It is a weird concept. Basically, the comment was, are you back together with your girlfriend or are you still split up? Because obviously the videos you've been seeing for the past 3 days are of her and I interacting and having a good time together. But the short answer to that is no, we are not back together. We are still split up. I haven't heard from her in a while now. And I'm still processing the breakup, so obviously watching these videos sucks. It's painful for me. And you might be wondering, as I'm sure a lot of normal people would, why would you post videos of an ex-girlfriend? Isn't that painful for you? Isn't that kind of weird? And the short answer to that is yeah, it is kind of weird and it is definitely painful. But here's the reason why. This whole project that you've been watching is essentially just a documentary of my journey and thoughts through life. Nothing more, nothing less. At the beginning of it, I committed to filming every day for an entire year. And that's what I've been doing now for over 200 days. So the videos that you've been seeing are obviously from the past. I have a few month lead out on what you're watching. And that's why I'm doing this. Because I know that if I didn't show this, if I didn't post these moments with Jen, I would be lying to myself in the project. And that's not something I'm willing to do. But there's a deeper message here. And this is a lesson that I've learned from a 5-year breakup that I went through a few years back now. Basically, here's the rundown, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. I was with this person for 5 years, loved her deeply, but eventually the relationship came to an end, unfortunately. And for 2 years after that, I struggled with the memory of our relationship. I wanted to get rid of it. I was like, I cannot have these thoughts in my mind. And I tried to. I tried to forget her. I was resentful. I was angry. I was just bitter at the way that life turned out. I hadn't evolved to the point where I could accept that sometimes things just don't go your way. And obviously I've experienced letdowns in my life before that, but this was a big one. And basically, to summarize all this, I realized that it is not a good idea to try and remove memories from your life. No matter what happens to you, that is part of your story, good or bad. And yeah, some of those memories are going to be painful, some of them are going to be traumatic. But I think it is in your best interest to integrate that into your life rather than try and remove it. And I've learned this the hard way. I think that when you try and force something out of your life and mind, it only becomes bigger. And for that reason, now I'm going forward believing that memories are there to stay, and they're there for you to learn from and experience and have. It's not something that you should want to get rid of. If it's good or bad, it's part of your story. And out of respect for yourself, you should accept that. That's just my opinion on this right now. I know some of you might think differently, but for me personally, to circle back to the beginning of this, that is why I'm sharing these videos of Jen, because as I've said before, they're a memory that I want to keep, and I'm happy that I met her. And it's a good memory, honestly. And I know that that might be rose-colored glasses or whatever, but that's basically it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'll catch you tomorrow.